Hi everybody, my name's Tim Ralston. You're here at Gear Up, and we're going to be sneak previewing something that I made you do a movie in your mind and talk about. You're going to see it, and this is the Recon 6. This watch is an all-encompassing survival tool. It is a watch. It has the little bezel that swivels around, giving you time and date. It even glows. The hands glow. But that's where our watch separates from every other watch on the market, because this watch is designed to be a survival tool. It's basically a multi-purpose survival multi-tool, I guess, is the best thing that I could think of. I mean, I don't want to give anybody any ideas that this is the Swiss Army knife, because Swiss Army didn't invent this. We did. Alright, this is called the Recon 6, and let me go over some of the features. It's pretty neat. The first one that I like is one that I have a pet peeve in, is when it gets dark, I got to be able to see. So, I don't know if you can see, it's pretty bright out, but it's got a little LED light here at the end. It's 200 lumens. It's the same technology that is utilized when you're lighting up cell phones. So it doesn't take a lot of juice, and it has a separate battery on itself, and the battery is easy to exchange even in the field. You don't have to take it back to a jeweler to put a new battery in for your light. So it's something to think about. To open it up is really simple. All you're going to be doing is opening this little pivot. It locks it down and then allows it to open up. So what you're dealing with here is a nice little survival tray, and in it has all the elements that you need to survive. But let me go over the first one that's bolted down, and that's the signal mirror. This signal mirror is really important. Being rescued, being able to see a plane or a rescue party from far distance and be able to get their attentions, you could do that with this little signal mirror. All you do is look through the little, well, it's actually the pin that holds it on. It also becomes a really neat sighting pattern, almost like a gun. And you would line up the sun, line up the target that you're trying to track the attention, and then hit it. You can see this out to 25 miles. All right. Also, for signaling, for rescue, you have a signal whistle. It's small but mighty. All right. It's an aluminum, custom built just for the Recon 6. I shall blow it. Quite high pitched. I think every dog in the neighborhood will come running, but also hikers that are in the area are going to hear that, and they'll also come running too. So, you know, when you're out there trying to get yourself rescued, the last thing you're going to do is be able to keep screaming help, help, help for a while. It's easier to just push some air through this and let this do the work for you. Alright? Now, we've talked about signaling. And if you had longer fingernails, it'd be easier. But fire. Most important thing is to be able to create fire. This is a nice 6-time magnifying glass. As long as you've got direct sun, the ability to start a fire. Alright? Now the cool part about starting a fire with magnifying glass, it's always going to be there for you. As long as it's sunny, you're starting fires. So there's no expiration date. It never runs out of fuel. It's always going to start fires. So it's a great tool. The other one that we have in here is a ferro rod. Fire striker, fire steel, there's a lot of different names. A ferro rod, this one you'd take a knife or some sharp knife, or rock, and scrape off a little bit of the ferro rod and then strike it again, and it'll create about a 3,800 degree fire. So even if conditions are not optimal and your tinder burner may not be right, this will still get it done. You have about 5,000 fires in this. The other thing as well in this kit, and I'll just pull the whole tray out because I have the actual compass wedged in there. You've got a military grade floating liquid compass to always give you direction, so you know what direction that you need to go to get rescued. Now below it, I'll pull these out, is you've got yourself 25 feet of 25-pound test fishing line, which can be utilized in a lot of different ways, whether it's tying up a wound, obviously fishing, creating snare traps for small game. You can do that with this type of fishing line. It's limited. We only have 300 coming in right now, and then another 5,000. It's going to take another 45 days. I think these are going to go really fast. I really do, because this is one of those deals. Once it's on your wrist, you have all these tools at your hands that if you're an ultra light camper, you know, oh, I've got to lighten it all up. You have everything you need. I mean, just have a bottle of water and you are good to go if you're a minimalist. Personally, I look at this as the backup to the backup to the backup. That's always important. All right, you have so many other ways of bringing gear on, but this thing, I tell you what, I don't leave home without it. All right, so I'm glad that you all tuned in. I'm Tim Ralston, and you're here at Gear Up.